Hello, everyone, and welcome to our database Snacktime Snippet. My name is Alex Killian. I'm the video producer here on XTIVIA's marketing team, and today I'm joined by Daniel Maenle, the Senior SQL Database Administrator here at XTIVIA. Daniel, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so I've been working with SQL Server a little over 7 years now. I've done it for, and I'm also the president of the Kansas City SQL Server Users Group, and I also adjunct professor at our local university for Introduction to SQL Server, and I also run a class with some people in the community to teach them SQL Server. So anything about SQL Server is what I'm about.
All right, I love it. So today we're just going to ask Daniel a few questions about how we help out our customers with SQL Server databases. So to jump right into it, my first question for you is, what are the first steps of addressing a client's database?
Well, first off, we always like, whether it's maybe a VDBA contract client or just a client saying, hey, we need some help. We need this data thing looked into. We like starting off with our health checks. They're kind of a medium to deep dive into a client's system, finding out what the current configuration, what's kind of a current snapshot in time of where the client's at. Processing, is it a performance issue, or are they having, what's the configurations, and what all's going on. We then start looking into how we can offer configuration changes, best practices, and how we can offer, being able to get things to a good baseline. Also asking at that point, what are the main reasons that the client decided to seek help? Maybe they lost a DBA. Maybe they're wanting to augment their DBA team. Maybe they're just wanting a second opinion. Or maybe they are just new to the data space and they're looking at what they can do to fulfill a need.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. So at that point, when meeting with new clients, what are some of the common pain points that you notice with clients?
I would say some of the main things that I see after having done several different health checks and working with clients over the years. Bad configurations, setting up, improper configurations within SQL Server, within Windows, as they work together, can really start a massive snowball effect. I also see people improperly doing backups. Their backups aren't secure. Maybe they're on, the same server, the same disk drive as their data as well. They're not ready for either how to do disaster recovery if they lose a server or if natural disaster strikes. I see people using data types, how they're storing their data very improperly. And then most every client always comes in as they're a very reactive shop.
Okay, yeah. So I think that leads us well into my last question. What is the number one thing you personally recommend for your clients' databases?
Yeah, it seems like it would. My biggest recommendation is to start working on, after you've gotten your baseline, to start getting proactive. Start getting proactive on your security, getting proactive on performance, test backups, schedule a time at least once, if not twice a year, for actually doing a disaster recovery, incident. Being ready, if ransomware strikes, do you have a disaster recovery plan in that circumstance? And be aware of how much you're able to spend and how much much data you'd be willing to lose in those different circumstances. Those are all things that I definitely recommend, and all things that we're able to handle here when we do our health checks and our database practice.
All right, awesome. Is there anything else you want to add on just common questions, or anything else you want to say about SQL Server?
The only thing I have to say right now is SQL Server 2016 is ending main support for Microsoft soon. So we're ready to upgrade anybody to 2017 and 2019 and getting ready for having all the updates and new features that come with those for anybody. Okay,
awesome. Well, Daniel, thank you so much for joining us today. And everyone tune in next week. We'll have another database snack time snippet. We'll be talking to another one of our platform leaders. And have a great day, everybody.